Oh goodness. I said they couldn't hear me. Okay. Thank you, Miss Loretta. Thank you. We're going in for a minute too. So right now we're talking heavily about what is what are the current trends going on in hair loss. Can you guys hear me now? So sorry about that. We were talking about the current trends going on in the hair loss industry, and right now we're just talking about the big epidemic of hair loss that is going on right now. All right, and so like I said, the hair loss is coming from an array of things. That awesome, awesome! Y'all can hear me now. Good. I was on mute. That's crazy. That's what I get for trying to be on too many devices at one time. All right, but definitely, guys. We know that hair loss is coming from a variety of things. We're dealing with hair loss coming from medications. We're coming from cancer treatments. Um, they're coming from different gut concerns going on, just stress levels at their all-time high. So we want to talk about what is available to help those clients, because these clients are coming to us. Think about that client that you've been doing for years, and all of a sudden you noticed every episode that their hair has gone through, because they're depending on us to make that change for them. So with all that being said, guys, we have to make sure that we're on top of our game so we know how to answer those clients when they come to us about that. Okay. So if you're looking for a market that's growing and you're a cosmetologist or a barber, the hair loss is definitely trending right now. And I'm not even gonna say it's a trend, it's an epidemic right now. People need us. And even when it comes to, like, I'm a young individual. Well, I'm not really as young as I was, but when I was young, I had dealt with hair loss because I have a kid, your hormones change. Males are dealing with it. I had a client, guys, recently. He was only 29, okay, dealing with some hair loss. So the client is not really an age limit on it when it comes to hair loss, because hair loss is affecting everyone. All right. So when it comes to trying to get it out there, if you're not sure, maybe you're like, how do I market to those individuals? What can I do to get the word out, or figure out where's my population? Start posting things on Facebook and just say, maybe put, like, Chat GPT is a big help for me. We talked about that in our course today in our Q&A call. Put in there, like, I need some techniques to help with figuring out my marketing technique, figuring out who my target marketing is. I like to put things on Facebook and say things like, oh, I'm trying to help, you know, 10 people get their hair back. Type me in the comments if it's you, and you'll just start feeling out who your clientele is, and you'll start narrowing it down and seeing what you specialize in when it comes to that. Because even though hair loss is a help affecting a lot of people, you can narrow it down to what population of hair loss do you want to deal with. Do you want to deal with just the children? Do you want to deal with just women? Do you want to deal with middle-aged women? Do you want to deal with males who are young males who are looking for hair replacement options? There are just so many different categories of it, so you still can specialize. All right. So, many of you guys know about this in-person event that I'm bringing up, guys, and I teach non-surgical hair replacement. Now, I am a certified trichologist. I do help people grow their hair back, but what I actually teach, and what was my first baby was non-surgical hair replacement. So I like to offer non-surgical hair replacement solutions for individuals who want that instant, I need to feel better about myself, I want to look good today. Okay. So even my individuals who are going through, I knew what my niche was. I found out what I really was passionate about. And one of the things that I was very passionate about is, even though you might be going through a hair restoration plan with me, I'm going to give you some type of cover up alternative, because even though I know I'm about to heal you from the inside and within and help you get your hair to grow back, I want to be able to offer the solution of, let me give you some nice cover up that we can do while you're going through that, so you can feel good. Because if I can get you feeling good, that's going to lower your stress levels and things of that sort. So there's so many different things that you can do. For my trichologists that are out there, for my hair loss practitioners, you can, that is another option that's available for your clients to really deal with them on a holistic standpoint, from a holistic standpoint, and help them get their hair back from within. Okay. Some people are like, a lot of us are going through that. I'm ready to change. I want a lifestyle change. So if that is your niche, nickel down on that and advertise things that you do to show that you're also healthy. I know for myself, um, I have like a group for the secret. That's my group is called the Secret Sauce to Hair Loss, to Healthy Hair and Wellness. So in that group, we honestly just share some clean recipes, because, like I told you guys, a lot of people are losing their hair because of not having enough nutrition. Our hair is fed from the blood supply. So if you're not eating, or you're not taking supplementation to replenish anything you're deficient in, you're not going to have very lustrous hair or have the results that you want when it comes to your hair, skin, and nails, period. So find your target market, figure out what niche you want to go into when it comes to this hair loss industry, and just dive into it and really do what you got to do. Okay. So that's my biggest point that I want to put out about the current trends that's out there. You have hair replacement, which is, like I said, dealing with the non-surgical hair replacement, providing some type of medical hair replacement alternative that is non-surgically attached. We are not cutting skin. We're not doing hair implants or anything like that, but that's non-surgical hair replacement. For those who are interested in like the hair restoration option, that's dealing with trichology. Trichology is helping people get to the root cause of their hair loss and truly helping it grow back from within. So now you're about to deal with the individual on a more personal level. You're trying to figure out where they have imbalances. You want to make sure that you're figuring out, like, you're looking at their hair habits. Because before I got off of mute over here, guys, I was talking about how back in the day, everybody associated hair loss with traction alopecia and things that we were doing to ourselves, our own hair practices. But we know better now that it's not all hair practices that's making our hair come out. And for those who are maybe more on the medical side, like I said, I know I'm streaming on different platforms. If you are a doctor, you're in the medical field, there are alternatives where you can do actually hair implants, which is a more surgical technique. But because I know my audience, my target audience are beauty professionals and barbers, we're not certified to cut anybody's hair and do that, okay? But there are some options out there for that. The closest thing I would say that we could do that can almost appear as if it's surgical, you do have the micro, oh, I'm calling it the wrong thing. The micropigment technique, where you can actually, almost like you're tattooing follicles, like you're giving the client a temporary. It's a little more permanent, but it looks like you're basically tattooing the person's hairline and making it look fuller. So those are the things that's really out there. Whatever option you decide to choose, guys, make sure you specialize in it. Okay, go get some training. Don't just go on YouTube and be a YouTube University person. I know, me personally, I like to go on YouTube just to see what's going. But especially when I first started, I like going to hair shows. I like staying involved with what's going on or what's trending, so I can be aware of it, because clients are going to bring it to you. And you want to be able to make sure that you're answering that question when that happens. Okay. So some emerging technologies and innovations. Okay. Like I was mentioning, guys, just what's out there when it comes to the different advanced treatments that's going on. If you're in the trichology field, well, I'm going to keep going in order. If you're coming to the non-surgical part, like I said, most of you guys are already familiar with the different hair replacement alternatives, the toupees, the toppers, cranial prosthesis. That's really it. But like I said, I would say the newest thing, which I kind of jumped ahead of myself, is that micro pigmentation type of treatment, where, like I said, you're pretty much getting your hairline filled in using like a tattooing method. But you check your regulations for your state, because some states require you to have like a tattoo license. Okay, and there's ways to get around that. Not my specialty, but do your research, do what you need to do to get into that. Okay. When it comes to trichology, one of the latest treatments that's out now, guys, is microchanneling or PRP treatments. Those are things that, according on what your certification is, you can do that. If you're a trichologist, you could do the microchanneling. You could do it as simple as using like a dermal roller and applying different treatments, or you can get, they have different guns out here now that can kind of do it in patches. You can use it on, a lot of estheticians are able to use it as well for skin. So we can use it on the scalp and put growth factors in. So growth factors, if you're a trichologist or you're a hair loss practitioner who was like, you know what, I really want to grow people's hair back and I don't want to know the top treatments that's out there, stem cells is the way to go. And there are different companies that you can work with that can help you get that going. But most of them do require you to have the minimum of cosmetology license, as well as you want to make sure that you have your training showing that you are a certified trichologist. Okay. So opportunities out here, those are your opportunities that you're dealing with. You want to deal with the certification. So when it comes to non-surgical hair replacement, you can kind of get non-surgical hair replacement training in a shorter time period. You're looking at anywhere from like a day to like 5-day trainings. Okay. You go to the class, you learn the theory behind non-surgical hair replacement, you learn how to actually do the application, you learn what type of kit, like there's a lot of different products that you can use now to make it. I'm not gonna say now, but then and now they're just getting even more up to par where you can waterproof your clients' hair pieces. They can go swimming and not worry about their hair lifting. They can have hot flashes and not stress about their hair lifting. So if you're a person that is into that, you definitely want to get the training so you can understand the theory behind how to really order, how to do the consultations first. Every industry, every part of this industry requires a consultation, but you want to know how to do the proper consultation for the thing that you specialize in. So for hair replacement, you want to do that learn how to do a consultation, learn the theory so you can know how to order, know your vendors that you want to work with, because you want to make sure you have a vendor list. And I'm putting this out here, guys, because these are things that you want to check before you enroll with a class. It really hurts my feelings when us as beauty professionals and barbers feel like we've invested in the class and we didn't get what we needed out of it because we didn't really know what we needed to expect when we got there. We just know when we got there, we left not knowing much more than what we already had. Okay, so this whoever class you need to go to, rather I'm not biased. I have friends that I recommend. Okay, um, you need to make sure that you're learning the business side of it, how to do the consultation part. And like I said, guys, don't expect everybody to teach insurance at the beginning. That's a whole nother category of things. Okay, but for hair replacement, you want to make sure they're giving you the business, how to run a hair replacement business, how to do how to do the application, how to do the consultation, how to do the installation, I should say, and make sure that your client knows how to do maintenance. You want to learn how to do the maintenance and upkeep of these units. Okay, practice makes perfect, but you want to make sure you learn that. You can learn it in the 1 to 5 days, and you want to get a certificate of completion so you can show that you had that training. Trichology. And let me go in order. Hair loss practitioner. Hair loss practitioner is like the entry level to trichology. So you are going to learn about the root causes of hair loss. You'll learn about the different alopecia types that's going on out there. And you're going to also learn about, you can start getting introduced to supplementation, getting with companies that you can help replenish your clients' deficiencies. Okay. And then you also want to make sure that, your client, that they also teach you how to do the consultation properly and how to do treatments, how to put together a plan. All right. Hair loss practitioner can kind of be more entry level, and they might teach you to do the consultation and like an introductory, like how to do like a scalp exfoliation service to help your clients and learn like entry level things. But when you get to that trichology side, guys, you'll learn about even more treatments that are available. That you can have access to more treatments. That's where you get that microchanneling in. That's where you get access to those stem cells. How do you search for vendors for hair and also for stem cell products? Good question. Great question. So when it comes for hair, to be honest, guys, I like to go on platforms like Alibaba and test vendors. Talk to a lot of people and my colleagues. We talk about what we exchange. I probably exchange more vendors with them than I do on Alibaba. But if I'm like truly looking for something that I can't find, Alibaba is a company that I go on, and they have vendors listed everywhere. And you just have to test it, trial it out, get a sample, wash it, bleach it, wash it again. Yeah, if the unit don't survive like 5 shampoos, it's trash. Okay, so definitely, I have had, it's just over time I've just got a pretty good list of vendors, and I do work a lot with my colleagues that happen with that. As far as stem cell products, I go to hair shows. I'm big on going to trade shows and seeing what's the latest companies that's out. I talk with them. I get brochures. I gather information on what works. And if I know colleagues that have tried it, I'll do it too. But I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times I'm kind of on the top end of it. Like I'm usually getting the call by Amber. Have you tried this? Because I'm always trying something. Well, like once I get what I know, when I feel like, guys, when you go to these trainings, when you get the foundation, you already know what works. So when you get with a company, you're not feeling deceived. You know what keywords you need to hear to make sure that it's appropriate for what you need. Okay. Yeah. Colleagues, people gatekeep. I'm not that person. If I could put it out there, I'll put it out now. The company that I use right now currently for stem cells is ProCell. Okay. At the end of the day, it's not a hard thing to share because at the same time, you still gotta go through the company to get some training. Um, I wouldn't want your clients to be held back from getting their hair growing back. So if there's something that's working for my clients, I want you guys to know about it too. So ProCell is the company that I use. Any of you guys who've been on my webinars, y'all know I'm gonna give out a vendor list. At the end of the day, to be honest, if you don't know how you do non-surgical hair replacement, they're not gonna really know what to do with the vendor list. But at least you know it. For those who do know how to use that vendor list, I'm gonna tell you how to use it. And like I said, if you communicate with your vendors, they'll tell you what you need to do to get the training with them. Because a lot of I like to use companies that offer some type of training as well. Okay. So that was a really, really good question, Moshery. Do we have any questions over here on the webinar? Let me see. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So training when it comes to hair loss practitioner, that's a big thing. Go and getting that training. Like I said, that training can go anywhere from you hear people doing 1 day trainings to like the most I've heard is like about a 6 week training. And for trichology, if you decide like, you know what, hair loss practitioner, I really like it. I'm really enjoying getting people's hair back. I'm ready for the next level. I want to be able to be more familiar and knowledgeable of more labs to request. I want to be more knowledgeable of different treatments I can use. I want to have access to just different vendors that I can order from or work with, or maybe just different partnerships. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, with hair loss practitioner, I did just about mostly everything I'm doing with trichology. It's just trichology. I will say it was like I took a steroid and learned some more. That's what it was. I came in with a very solid foundation, and the foundation helped me with my hair loss practitioner training, and trichology has helped me build onto it. So I tell people it's almost like an associate degree to your bachelor's degree. Okay, so it's all about getting the training, guys. It's all about knowing what's available out there. And for those of you guys who are looking for training or looking for recommendations, you can always message me on what are good companies to look with or work with. But my biggest thing, guys, is just look for those bullet points. Make sure that people know how to word it, but really examine the results that they've brought their students. Okay, try to talk to somebody who have worked with it, people that you're trying to work with. Um, Most times, if a person's good, you're gonna see repeat people coming back talking about them. Okay, that's usually a good sign. I know you can't always avoid everybody out there because a lot of people, people don't always have the best. They're doing what they know best to do. Okay, so like I said, I'm not gonna say people are intentionally just taking people money, but they're doing what they know to do, and it's just up to us to do our homework on people. I like to see what is the lifestyle. Not I should say the lifestyle. How is the business of the person that's teaching it? Does this person have had a business before? Have they worked with clients before? Are they currently doing it? Okay, and I'm not saying you still have to do it because sometimes educators get to the point where they don't need to have clients, but it does help that they have access to people who are working with current day clients because hair loss needs are changing. When I first got in hair loss back in 2015, hair loss after the pandemic was totally different. All right. So you want to stay up on the trends. You want to know what's going on. And so that's why I just wanted to make sure I just wanted to hop on. That was just it's a knowledge piece that I just wanted to share because sometimes I want to get very deep with my with my webinars, and sometimes it's just the simple things that we need to hear. So when it comes to the hair loss industry, that is what's trending, guys. That's what is going on. And for those of you who are like, you know what, I want to start somewhere. What is the next step for me? We are having a in-person hair loss master course coming up, guys, and we are going to be doing a 2 day session here in Augusta, Georgia, on the dates October 12th through the 14th. All right. With that, we are going to. I think I can actually share the screen. Let me see. Hey, Miss Samantha, thanks for joining in. And I said, make sure you guys, if y'all have any questions, let me know. Like, drop any questions. I'm coming in for landing, guys. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask that now. How you doing, Mrs. Smith? Thank you for jumping in. So guys, so like I said, for you, those of you all who are like, you know what, I would like to start somewhere with this hair industry, maybe out of those topics, when it came to non-surgical hair replacement, when it comes to hair loss practitioner, when it comes to trichology, maybe something sparked your interest. I'm gonna speak on what I teach. I teach non-surgical hair replacement, and I teach you guys how to truly set up a medical hair loss business, how to go ahead and how to incorporate insurance, how to incorporate be able to accept medical financing, how to really consult with your clients, how to partner with other medical professionals. So we want to make sure that you guys have that type of knowledge. Hi, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So let me see if I can share my screen and not mess up this thing. Hold on. Let's see. Share screen. Okay. I'm able to share screen. Okay, cool. I can't do it on this device right now. I think I have to upload it a different way. And I'll do that another time. But yeah. So make sure you click up. There's going to be a link up in my bio, guys, for those who are interested in this 2 day event. Right now, you can get it for Like I said, it's October 12th through the 14th. Okay. That is a Saturday and a Sunday. What you will get in these 2 days is a business development day where we're going to go everywhere from uh, how to get your personal credit up so you can get business funding. We're going to talk about grants and getting government contracting opportunities, or what you have to do to get into the position to get government contracting opportunities. We're going to have a person that's going to come in and teach you guys about how to prepare your taxes properly, because we're trying to get and access to some funds that really, like, there's a lot of money, guys, that we leaving on the table, just not being knowledgeable or being credentialed to do what we need to do. Okay, so we want to make sure that your paperwork is right, because I'm gonna tell you, these big industries are not working with you if your paperwork is not right. So you're gonna have somebody who, maybe those of us, we don't have a retirement plan on how to get out of this industry. We done made all this money. So we can't. Some of us can't see where the money went. Some of us have nothing to show for it. Some of us just don't know how to conclude. Hey, I'm ready to retire and I don't know how to do that. So we will have somebody will come in and talk to you guys about how to prepare for emergencies and retirement. We're going to teach you guys how to brand yourself once you get into these hair loss industries. Like, what can I do to market myself for the clients that I need? And then we're also going to, on that's all on day one. That night we're going to have a social event so you can network with other beauty professionals that are like-minded like yourself. They're into they like what you like. Okay, they may not specialize in what you specialize in, but having a network of colleagues. I'm in Georgia. I can't do people in California. I can't do people in Florida. I can't do people in the Midwest. So I like to have a network of other beauty professionals and colleagues that I can recommend. And that's what we do. That's what we do. And we want you guys to create your own network. So that social network setting is going to be set up for that night. And on day two, we're going to do a hands-on day where you're going to, like I said, maybe you need a refresher on non-surgical hair replacement, but we're going to make sure for those, whether you're new to hair replacement or you've already learned hair replacement, you're going to get a certificate of completion, and you're going to get a kit with, everybody use different things. So I'm going to let you guys have the kit that I have that I put together for my students. We're going to have we were supposed to have Kent on today. He was one of our educators, but he had a family emergency come up. But he's our barber that's going to be there showing barbering techniques that you can use for clients who are more into the barbering services or want that alternative for their hair loss. And I also have Terry Brown, who will be interviewing her soon as well, who will be teaching you how to customize actual cranial prosthesis. And that is something that is hard to come by, because in-house customization was a huge deal during the pandemic. It was hard. It already takes 8 weeks to get custom units, and that's minimal time. But when the pandemic came, if you couldn't do customization in-house, you were struggling, because it was taking 3 to 6 months to get pieces back. And people who are dealing with hair loss don't have 3 to 6 months to wait. Okay, so she was able to change the game because she was able to get some stock units that's already available and customize them using a sewing machine. So for my wig makers who, like, what, I want to amplify my business, here's how to do it. You can go in any direction, whatever you already specialize in, bring it to the hair loss side and really take off with it. We're not telling you to start something brand new. Take what you already have mastered and put it. If you're a person who already specializes in pixie cuts, come to the hair loss industry. And people who want pixie cuts have hair loss. Okay, if you're already a barber, don't try to come in and say, I want to learn how to do pixie cuts. Come in and do the barbering techniques that are already out there. I'm a person. I did natural hair. Natural hair was my thing. So I'm in hair replacement. I can get any kind of kinky texture unit that you need. Now, I don't do the dreadlocks, but I know how to get the dreadlocks made on here. Okay, on my units. I don't do my own making dreadlocks, but yeah, I have clients who that's what they want. That's what we're getting them. Okay, I stuck with what I already knew, the textures I was already comfortable with, and I help individuals who still need a natural stylist in hair loss. Okay, so definitely, guys, I hope that this webinar brought some type of value to you guys. Leave your comments down in there if you have any questions or you're catching the replay. Please put hashtag replay. Talk to me about it. But if you're on to take advantage of this event, the event is a $14.97 event. For the investment is $14.97 for those 2 days. You will be fed greatly, and you will leave with a certificate of completion, a kit, and just a network of other beauty professionals and barbers that are on the same page as you. We are limited with the spaces we're allowing, but right now, if you get in now, you can save 15% off and get it at an early bird rate. All right, Early bird specials are going on. So if you're click on this link that you're going to see, go to the Shopify store option, click on hair loss business event, and it will apply the discount automatically in the cart. So you may not see the discount right then, but as soon as you add it to the cart, it will take off. You save like $225. Okay. Definitely think that's a thing that you guys want to take advantage of. And if you want financing options, click checkout with Shop Pay, and Shop Pay will break those payments down to like I think you could go as low as like $40 a month, or it just breaks it down, and you don't catch a whole bunch of interest on that. I'm all just like I have payment options for my clients. Y'all already know I got payment options for my colleagues and my fellow comrades. So I definitely think, guys, it's going to be a mega event. Anybody who's worked with me in the past already know how we do things. We give it all. We don't hold back. So we want you guys to be in the building with us and take advantage of these resources and this developmental opportunity that we so seriously need in our industry. Okay. I'm even gonna be learning from the people I'm bringing, guys, are people who help me get my ish together. Okay, I'm not bringing nobody I have not worked with. I had to get my ish together too. Right now, the only thing I have not gotten all the way correct, I'm transparent. My credit was an issue, y'all. It was holding me up on some things. So that's why I know that's why it's so important. But hey, we all learning together, and I want you guys to learn with me, and we're gonna share that knowledge in the same building. Okay. So thank you guys for jumping on this live. We will be doing this every 2 weeks for those who I was on mute earlier. So every 2 weeks, if you're not on our email list, just always click my link tree. We're gonna have a webinar every 2 weeks. Well, actually, we're gonna do one next week because we couldn't get Ken on. Who did your dreadlocks? I like them. And how long have you had them? And do you do dreadlocks? Oh, awesome! I've had my dreadlocks since 2019. I'm debating on if I'm gonna let them go or not. But thank you. I've lost them and they've come back. So hair loss is the thing. I was a victim of hair loss myself with having children. So when I had my son, I locked up and I kept my dreadlocks since then. So I do dreadlocks. We just incorporate them in our healthy hair maintenance service. So if you're on our website, that'll be how you'll be able to schedule that, and we make sure we get you some styling done with that. Okay. Yes, Miss Karen, team no gatekeeping. We're not doing that. All right. So actually, y'all tune in. Y'all keep following me. But if you guys get on our email list, click on like that free webinar link in our link tree, and you could get in on these webinars that we'll have. Because even though I'm on this live, I had a private room where they were able to talk to me a little bit more and ask questions. So we want you guys to have that access too. So don't miss out. And thank you guys for joining. Have a wonderful Monday.